Sorry, friends, I haven't been posting on this channel for quite some time. I have my exams coming, so I don't think I will be able to post for a few more days. I'll call this dream the city above the clouds. This dream starts from a mustard field. I was standing in the middle of a mustard field with yellow flowers all around me. Everywhere I looked, I could see only yellow. And I saw a chunk of cloud floating a little far from me. I reached it and tried to touch it. It kinda sucked me in. When I opened my eyes, I was on the clouds and saw a huge gate in front of me. A robotic voice started speaking to me in an unknown language. Next, I was scanned. Then the voice started speaking to me in my language. It asked me about my identity and where did I come from. I confusingly said, ground. Then the voice said, registered. Then scanned me again and said it had balanced my weight and the air I need to breathe. Basically, it adjusted my body to be comfortable in the clouds. And the gate opened. It was an amazing city. They had everything. Their body were adjusted for flying. To fly to different cloud city, they have jet cars. Aliens also visit there. Everyone who comes in the city has to register or they can't survive there because people from different places have different needs. Also, if their needs are unknown, they can also order it to be registered in the main city hall. It was like the Doraemon movie, kind of. The timeline is different from here on Earth. I spent many months there. I made many friends. I studied their culture and their sciences. I also made my time watch, which can stop time in a certain area. I can choose an area to stop the time there or stop the time of rest of the solar system except for the area selected. It works both ways. I also found out that this world is reaching to its end, meaning this whole cloud world would fall on our earth. Basically, it's the end of the world. With the help of my friends on the cloud city, I made 1,000 spaceships. The smallest one has place for 10,000 people, including animals. I left the city and went to my world. First, they were wondering where I was so many days. I told them everything, but nobody believed. But sometime after, things started to fall from the sky. At first, they were mistaken for shooting star, then satellites, then UFO. A little time passed and they started to see a whole city above the clouds. Now they believe me. I have already confirmed the most dangerous zones and contacted the government about it. Yes, I built something cheap technology to do it. As usual, nobody believed me, but then I showed them the spaceships. Oh, the spaceships were kept in a special place which can be shrunk as small as a Rubik's Cube with the stored items in them. So, the critical areas were alerted. I let the government handle how not to cause any kind of violence. The city is approaching freedom. I covered the whole world in my time barrier and stopped the time outside of it. The falling was stopped midway. It was a pretty common scene to see a falling city on the clouds until everybody could get on the spaceships that departed from Earth. I stayed because I still had to remove the time barrier when they go out of it. Because if I go with them, then everyone would get stuck in time. So as soon as they pass the time barrier, I restarted it. The time flow went back to normal. They left the earth safely. I stood there alone on the earth, quietly looking at the falling city above my head and waiting for the end. The cloud world struck the earth. Everything was gone. The next thing I could hear is somebody calling my name. When I opened my eyes, I saw myself as a baby. My soul had returned to the past. In my past body, I was reborn. I could remember everything from my past lives. Yes, it wasn't my only rebirth. I had been reborn many times before, with the same fate of saving the world. And every time my mission is done and I get to reborn, and then I can remember everything. But this memory isn't for too long. I'll gradually forget about my past lives again and start to live like a normal child, to meet the same people, do the same things, making the same mistakes, and eventually meeting the same end again and again, and the new beginning.